Namibia has made a huge progress in the realization of children's rights. When you look at child mortality, when you look at more children enrolled in schools, when you look at more children having access to shelter compared to before independence, when you look at more children having legislation that protects them, the Child Care Protection Bill, for example, even the Convention on the Rights of the Child has been domesticated in this country. And in addition, the Africa Charter on the Rights and Welfare of the Child also has been domesticated in here. We are saying that children have rights to education, to protection, to shelter, to play, but also have obligations.
Dososo called on the government to first check the implementation of policies. She highlighted that inclusive education for children who are differently abled should give access to all. Measures need to be put in place to ensure that children do not drop out of school. In this regard, a retention program should be devised to minimize school dropout rate to ensure that they unleash their full potential. This, she said, can only be done if all key players come together and work out an action plan.
If you're happy and you know, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know, clap your hands.
Namibia is a vast country with a population of 2.2 million people. There are some challenges when it comes to access services such as health and education, which are fundamental rights for every child. Children in rural settings have different needs from those in urban centers. Thus, it is important for service providers and communities at large to ensure that all children have access to basic services. If you're happy and you know. A social accountability program is being run by the Unicef in collaboration with the European Union and the Ministry of Education in schools to promote a culture of responsibility. Dososo called on Namibian children to have compassion for each other and to refrain from bullying each other. She said children need discipline and should make informed decisions.
Children and young people can turn the tide of disparities and inequalities. So it is time for children to act as much as policymakers, as much as parents and communities at large, to ensure that every child, wherever they are in Namibia, really enjoy their right to education, to protection, to development, to participation, and to health.
The Namibian child is lucky to wake up to the sounds of birds singing rather than gunshots experienced by children in war-torn African countries. For NBC's Day of the African Child News, I am Namati Shivute.